Alright, we're back with another poorly filmed makeup video. Yeah, can never just get the camera at the right angle, might as well do this. Anyway, so we're here 10 years later doing a Raven makeup updated kind of thing. So of course, first thing we do is put on the e.l.f. primer putty acne thing, whatever not. Next thing is to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I actually stick it into my eye because, again, I'm a professional adult who knows nothing anymore. So this is a little different both days of Comic-Con I went to. So this time was the first day I went. I did the black eyeshadow on my lid. The next day I kind of just did it when the rest of my face was on, mainly because I was just worried, since I was making my whole face white, that I was gonna get like fallout and all that stuff. Anyway, so we have the Mayron face stick thingamajig and put it all over my face as always. Also, don't forget your ears and your neck as well, and then you blend and you blend and you blend and you frickin' blend. And so once the first layer is completely blended, put on a second layer. I also forgot to put on Stop Sweat, which is not smart of me for forgetting to pack it, but everything was fine in the end. Nothing came off. There was no, like, you know, blotches missing, my nose gone or anything. Yeah, so once you get the second layer fully blended, you know, you just kind of put in little spots you might have missed. Next I take like this very blue-gray, put it around my hairline, and then, you know, kind of use it as like a contour type of color. Especially since Raven is supposed to be a thin teenager, and I am a very fat grown adult. You know, you gotta have to fake, or I don't even know if you call it faking it. I think you just call it lying, delusional, to let people think, you know, my face is thinner than it is. And I draw, you know, whatever nose I would have that I don't have, you know. Be like, yeah, look, I have a nose bridge. Totally, guys. You see that? Yeah. Next, you powder it all up. Nice and powdered. Because, again, I'll be wearing a lot of freaking spandex and a wig and all that stuff. Fully gonna be a bag of sweat. So next we're moving on to the eyes. First thing, I take this purple. I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it on screen. And then, usually don't do the full new lid thing I do, like with my Rogue one. This one is just kind of how I normally do my eye makeup, which is just kind of like do a dark color on the lid, then do kind of like a whatever color, and then the outside purple, like slightly darker purple, it's actually from Besame when they did a collab with Marvel, and this is supposed to be like one of the friggin' Infinity Stones. That was a really weird collab because they do like vintage makeup, and so they were like, anyway, here's purple. It's like bright purple. Anyway, so then more purple. Obviously, all the eyeshadows are frickin' purple and sparkly and purple and purple. And did you realize it's purple? Yeah, anyway, purple. My eyebrows are mostly off camera because I was leaning really close to the mirror. So yeah, of course it's Anastasia Beverly Hills, you know, eyebrow pomade, because, you know, that's the stuff. Next I take this, like, it was a press highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills, like, years ago. I depotted it into, like, so it's a loose powder. So as you can see, like, giving a gray on the white. So once I was done putting it on my cheek, I then had to go back in and dab my brush that I used to blend with the white to kind of layer it up. And then it kind of, like, took away that weird gray line that I added in, and then gave it like an actual purple sheen to it. So next, then I put on a bit of a lip primer, and then a lip liner as well. Kind of didn't really see that, but then use the Black Moon Cosmetics, I forgot, I think it's Purgatory, this purple color. Just do that, curl my eyelashes, which I don't understand why I did that, because, and then put on mascara, which again, I never understand why I do that anyway, because I don't put the lashes on my lash line, I put it on my crease, but whatever. I mean, who cares? Not like any of y'all do. And the lashes are actually like these lashes that I've stacked myself, they look a little wild, and I kind of like that on purpose because I feel like Raven wouldn't have like perfect like fanned out beautiful like lashes. She would have like some like layer it with mascara and be like really chunky, spider legs looking kind of stuff, because she's like, I don't care. And the last thing I did was to put the little jewel thing on my head, yeah, with some Prozade, because that's how you glue things.